Good afternoon, guys. John Cormier again, petitioner for the class action Longueuil Greenfield Park and the estate of Francois Lamar. Today is June 5th, only 10 days, guys. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of ideas to get guys to come forward. I need people to listen and act. Get a hold of the lawyers as soon as you can. I'm really asking and pleading for help from those in friend groups connected to Greenfield Park to share, because it is working, okay? People are seeing it that I would have no connection with, and it's appreciated, okay? So very short video today. Just some quick myths and facts. Let's get right into it. Myth number one, I feel shame coming forward. Well, the fact is that you're going to feel a giant sense of relief and the healing will begin instantly. There is an instant, immediate sense of pressure released as soon as you start to talk about this. And the more you do talk about it, the easier it's going to be. But there's no shame. I'll deal with shame and embarrassment a little bit more here in a second, but no. Come forward. You're going to see everyone is on your side, lawyers, adjudicator, and if you want to reach out to me first to be an in-between if you're uncertain about lawyers to start, but I promise you it's nothing like TV. You're in good shape. Everyone's on your side. So myth number two, people are going to question what it's taken me so long to report this abuse. Well, the fact is that people come to terms with this abuse in their own time and deal with it in their own way. Some never deal with it. Some push it down so far that it eats them their entire life. There are still many that are confused if they were even sexually abused by this coach. So I really encourage you to go back and look at Emily's video where she so eloquently describes what constitutes sexual assault in the eyes of the law. Please take a look at that, okay? And as far as coming forward now, the average time it takes for a victim of childhood sexual assault to come forward is 52 years. Not by age 52, 52 years. So if it happened to you at 10, you're 62, you're right on par with the stats. And some may still feel it's not cool to come forward, or that you're going to seem opportunistic coming forward now after so long. No, now is the absolute perfect time. I've been dealing with this 8 years, fighting to clear a path for people to make it safe. 6 months I've been trying to get people to travel the path and reach out and get compensation and help and vindication that they need. And we're down to 10 days. And I'm really shocked, particularly at my age category, former teammates, guys that I hung around with, wrestled with this coach with repeatedly for years, are still sitting on this. Guys, come on. Now's the time. All right? Make the call. Myth number three, I should have told someone as a child. Well, the facts here are that between 6 and 15% ever tell a legal authority that they were sexually assaulted as a child. And the abuse is largely hidden from society. People hang on to this their entire lives. Now, the 6 to 15%, this is a current day modern study that has been done with generations of people who are more inclined to speak and be more in touch with their feelings. But growing up in the 70s, we didn't talk about our feelings. Not only that, you were dealing with a police officer who had everyone in town gaslit, everyone in town afraid of him. He was also a coach who was highly sought after. Everyone wanted him as their coach in their association, so you could not go to GPAA, you could not go to the Lions Club, you could not go to the local police, because local police just loved this guy. He was a hero because he was a big town cop. And parents were afraid because he was a cop and because they didn't want to compromise kids' chances of being on his team, on the inner city teams. So all around, he had it covered. He had you nailed. There was nothing you could have done. So don't beat yourself up on that one. You could have done nothing as a child. And stop looking at it through 50, 60-year-old eyes, because that's unfair. You didn't have the life experience as a 10-year-old. Myth number 4. I will be judged, mocked, made fun of now because I've stayed silent for so long. The fact is that 1 in 5, that's across a stat across both genders. 1 in 5 disclose their abuse ever in their lifetime. Most people remain silent. And the truth is that the people closest to you and your best friends and the people you rely on are going to rally around you. They're going to support you 100%. Your kids are going to respect you because it's taken this long. And now at this age, you've come to terms with it and you've decided to speak your truth. So believe me when I tell you, it's going to get easier to talk about it. And you're going to surround yourself with the people who you trust the most. And it's very rare that there's going to be someone that is, so unplugged with their emotions and their feelings, or don't understand what happened to you as a child. You don't need that in your life, okay? So surround yourself with good people, and they will rally with you, I promise you. Myth number 5, I'm so embarrassed and ashamed about what happened. As I said earlier, you were a child. There's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about. The shame and embarrassment should be with this pedophile, this predator, this coach, and his family. His family has to deal with this as well. So there is absolutely no shame for a survivor and a victim to come forward at this stage. Please listen to me and listen to the lawyers. You can reach out to them, and it can be completely confidential until you have gained, or they have gained your confidence, and you can speak more freely with them, okay? But no shame. I just want to go over, quite a few people have come forward to lawyers. Some of them have sent me messages afterwards, and I just want to read a few, okay, that were sent to me. So, number 1, I can never thank you enough for what you've done. So much makes sense to me now about how I was as a young man. I've done a lot of soul searching and rationalization. I've sent videos to my son so we can start a conversation. Thank you so much, John, for fighting the good fight. God bless you. Number 2, I just wanted to let you know, as I would not have done any of this without your help and support. I have said and cannot say enough, I appreciate your support and encouragement more than you will ever know. Thank you, John. Number 3, hey, John, just wanted to say thank you for listening. And to be honest, somehow it made breathing easier, and more importantly, air seemed fresher. A big weight and cloud was lifted off of me immediately. Very grateful for your help and your time. I can't express enough thanks for everything you are doing for all of the victims. And the final one I'm going to read, a lot of things you have said, I've been processing over the past couple of weeks. I finally told my wife about a week ago, and she has already told me she's seen changes in my behavior. What a giant and huge weight off my shoulders and a relief. I thank you. Finally, guys, I just want to touch on something that was in the news cycles in Greenfield Park this week. And I'm just really curious where the recognition, consideration, understanding, and empathy is in Greenfield Park for the victims whose lives were derailed as children at 10, 11, and 12 years old by a professional pedophile who did this every single day of his life. I'm seeing now that taxes in Greenfield Park have been spread across all households throughout the city and not just specifically in Greenfield Park. And I've seen the online bitching and complaining about $20 a month, virtually a coffee and a donut through Timmy's drive-thru. That's what you're complaining about? that is seriously what you're complaining about? Well, people's lives were derailed and many of them ruined, and suicides and depressions and alcoholism and drug abuse and relationship challenges and homelessness and bankruptcies, but you're complaining about a $20 levy on your taxes? Are you got to be kidding me? I see now that it's been changed to because of spread across the entire Longueuil city. It's changed to $17 per year. Well, I hope that's more palatable for you empathetic people who are so concerned with people that actually you may know, people that were friends of yours in school, people that maybe your brother, who knows? Let's see, because it is confidential. You may not know it's part of your family. Yet these deep thinkers take to social media and start pounding on me and others for going after a 50-year pedophile in Greenfield Park and finally putting the brakes to him. I'm stunned. And there are some people who want to play both sides of the fence. Whoever they happen to be sitting with drinking at a particular day, that's the position they have for that day. Well, you know, guys, I'm a 10-hour drive away, but I know when I hear everything, and it disgusts me. Kids were sexually assaulted, kids were raped, and you're pissing and moaning about a $20 monthly. You should be ashamed of yourselves. But anyway, I had to record this for the 4th time because I was so angered about this yesterday. So I'm going to cut it here because I can feel my anger building again. People really have to do some self-evaluation and get some character, get some integrity. People were damaged, and you just don't get the widespread damage that was caused here. So rather than worrying about your $20 a month, now $17 a year, maybe you shouldn't be in a house. Maybe you can't afford to be in a house. If you're so complaining so much about $17 for people who are actually damaged, and your families, a lot of the people that are complaining, their families lived there their entire lives. Perhaps their parents were at the arenas and saw what was happening, who watched this gaslighting by this coach right in the open for everybody to see. Shame on you, man. Just shame on you. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for today. I may have one more video left in me, but I'm out of angles. I'm out of pleas. I'm out of thoughts. So I think by Monday we're going to have 1 week to the deadline. I might throw something up on Sunday. I'm going to see, and then I'm going to step away. I can't do anymore. Okay, I'm asking for help here. All right. Thanks, guys, and I'll see some of you soon. Bye now.